So, while we're talking about movies and streaming and things, two series, spin-offs. We have Sister Boniface, Boniface, who is a spin-off from Father Brown. Then we have Beyond Paradise, which is a spin-off from Death in Paradise. First, the bad news. The Sister Boniface movie series, I didn't like at all. You know, my wife watched 1.5 of them, and I watched 2 of them because I wanted to know how the other one ended. And it was like my wife, she thought the program was so bad she didn't even want to know how it ended. And they take a couple elements from Father Brown. Okay, we're in like the 60s, you know, that time period. We've got the hero of the show, the heroine of the show is this Sister Boniface. She has a doctorate in biochemistry. And so she's done some really valuable things. And so now she's in this area and she's turned to forensic as kind of her ministry or whatever. And, you know, she lives in a convent there, but she's basically allowed to, you know, kind of run free with this crime-solving things. And so they've got that. But unlike Father Brown, where there's a tension between the police and Father Brown, clerical person being involved in trying to solve crimes and everything that messes up, in this one, the police just basically follow the Sister Boniface around and let her do whatever she wants, and she solves the crime. So this, I don't know, if they left a lot of elements out. So, and 2, my wife says, well, wait a second, this is just all facts, there's no plot. And it does kind of seem like that. You know, the nun is, oh, da-da-da-da, oh, we found this, da-da-da-da. And it's like, instead of having like plot elements like Father Brown would find things, find new evidence, go places, you know, there would be, I don't know, there was more plot to it. This Sister Boniface it's kind of like, oh, I figured this out, I figured this out, I figured this out. And to me and my wife, that got boring. Now, to be fair to it, I think it's been picked up, this is on Britbox, so it's been picked up for a 2nd season. So I don't know whether that's just on streaming or whether that's actually, you know, on the BBC, the regular network TV that they can watch over there. But that was definitely a thumbs down. Now we go to the thumbs up. We have Beyond Paradise. Now, I've shared before a review of one of the shows, and the reason why we subscribed to Britbox again for a short time was to watch another season of Death in Paradise. Death in Paradise is a formula show where basically you have this kind of small police station where you've only basically got the DI, detective inspector. He has, you know, 2 or 3 people under him, and then you have the chief of police that lives somewhere else is really in charge. And so whenever they need this detective inspector, he comes from England. So you immediately have this clash between, what London was like and what the tropics are like. So there's a big clash there between people trying to get adjusted to it and everything. So in the first season of Death in Paradise, the idea is, with a formula show too, is you switch out people. You keep the same formula, but you switch it out so that you'll have that fresh or newness elements in it. And so they do that. The first season they kill the DI, but in the other seasons the DI just goes back or goes somewhere, right? Well, one of the characters goes back to London, and he's got a girlfriend. Well, they pick it up in him. They've created this Beyond Paradise where the plot line to begin the show is kind of he and his fiancée went back to London. You know, it's really noisy and crowded and not the kind of lifestyle they wanted, especially if they're going to get married, have children. And then the fiancée's mother is having some issues, so they decide to move to this extremely quaint village. somewhere in England, and it's somehow the village, although it's a little bigger, reminds me of the Doc Martin village in a bit. But anyway, so then the plots, they're back in the same thing. He's the detective. They got an extremely small crew of, they basically got 3 people again that are under him as far as anything, and they are closer to forensic resources and things, but still, it's a really small department with very little resources, kind of, and they solve crimes, and they solve non-murders too. Death in Paradise, I think every show was about a murder, but this show, we've got a stolen painting, and I can't remember what the other ones were right now. My mind can go blank. But anyway, it's good. We enjoy it. You've got that character, the Humphrey character, they've transferred over, so you're still keeping all those aspects about him, and then you've got the new plots, although they've already done. Death in Paradise relied on a number of techniques to obscure how the crime was committed that the villain used to confuse the police. And one of them is the time that it appears that the murder took place at this time, but it really took place at that time, or different things like that. So they're doing those same sort of elements. So anyway, that one gets a thumbs up. If you like Death in Paradise, I think you will like Beyond Paradise as well. And again, if you like Father Brown, my wife and I just didn't like the Sister Boniface. It just wasn't up to the same quality. Well, quality, yeah, as far as filming and technical and everything, that was super. But the actual plots, I don't know whether maybe we'll skip ahead and see if later in the season it starts maturing somehow, or they start doing things a little differently. But there you go, streaming Britbox. And what we do is we'll probably have Britbox for a month and 2. We'll probably see just about everything we want to see that is on that. Then we'll go off of it. And, if I hear that some seasons of some of the shows I want to watch again, we'll get it again. Bye.